Hello lovelies, and welcome back to another one of these lovely videos by yours truly, Moon Priestess Lucy. Hey, hello. So as you can see, I'm calling this Marielle Madness because there are like 5 decks there. And you might wonder, how would someone have 5 copies of the same tarot? Well, to clarify, there are like 3 copies of the second edition, 2 copies of the first edition. Now, the first edition actually has a difference. So if you see here, these, actually let me show you first this one, because this is the first one I got. So this is the first edition, comes with this book. It is actually black and white pictures there. About the author, Mary White, and I'll keep the book because you know there's a difference with the second edition. And then we have these, which have not been edged. Let me focus. Have not been edged or trimmed. No, so I think I was already showing you, but as you can see, now I have my magician there. Sorry, I'm too close to the camera. Sorry for the reflection, you know these are not matte. So you can see not trimmed. No, and the edges were quite large. Well, at least they are black. So you can see those. So that's the first edition. Let me keep this. Now, the difference with these 2 boxes is the cards itself. Let me pull those out. Oops. Sorry, the book fell. No biggies, it's here. So the big difference is a golden edging that happened between like the first edition. So those were still being, you can see it there, those are first edition copies. But I mean there's a huge difference between no gilding and gold gilding. But these are also not trimmed, they also have the black borders. So there was a difference there, right? If you wanted the gold trim or not. So there you go, and you can pretty much trim those. Trim this, like you don't lose anything because they're not edged. And in these ones you might want to keep the gold edging, which in fact it's not my favorite. I have to confess, I'm not a huge fan of gold trimming with black edges, sorry, with black borders and gold edging. I'm both missing out my words, sorry. So I mean it's also the reflective gold, which is like I'm not a huge fan of, but again, I mean it's a nice look. Better than, but with these ones it's like you could edge them yourselves, like maybe in a red, because I mean you can pop up that red from Marielle, or black, or I don't know, whatever color you wanted, right? So let's keep those. So those are the first edition. And I'll make an announcement at the end of this video, which I hope is not a long video. It shouldn't be, it's just showing my Marielle madness and how I ended up with 5 decks of, well, 5 copies of this lovely, probably, I mean, top 5, in my top 5 for sure. I never done a top 5. I could never do it because I'm a Libra, so it will take me forever to decide. And I know it sounds like I'm making excuses on my side, but it's just a fact. It's just a fact. So there we go, the 2 copies. Then we got the second edition, which actually has differences. You can see the box. I mean, there are videos out there, but you can see the box is smaller. The production quality, I didn't even keep the insert because the insert was terribly bad. And here are the cards. I mean, now these great improvement because they are a little bit more matte. You can still see some reflection, but there are no edging, and this was with a silver edging. Now I'm sorry, black, but it kind of looks silver there, right? But it's black. It's actually black edges. You can see it there. Yeah, the black edging. Now, this with the black edging, the problem was, I mean, I haven't even like really shuffled this deck, and I feel the edging was really poorly done. The cards will, like, you can see even in the backs, no, like some of the cards were already messed up because they were like plastered together. So let me see if I can, not all of them, but you could definitely see some of the cards were like damaged because of that. And of course, when I'm looking for one, there isn't gonna, oh, here, I mean, for some people it was worse, but here you can see, no, let me show you that against the dark, and you can see, oh, for example, here, look, like just right that, I will have to, I don't know, color it or something, because right now you can definitely tell, no, this mark here, sorry for my nails, they're like a little bit undone. I just came back from a trip. Oh, took a couple days to rest. I was so tired, but now I'm good. Yeah, I'm good, guys, yay. But okay, back to business. So you can see here, no, I try to be like super careful when like separating or splitting these, but I mean, you can definitely see some damages. And then I was kind of a little sad, and there were also 4 changes. Yeah, so Judgment, High Priestess, the 3 of Swords, and the Hierophant. All those cards changed. So, I mean, there is definitely a reason to have a first edition and a second edition, especially with the card changes, which Judgment, I'm a huge fan, like I really like this Judgment card. But for the others, I'm not entirely sure. I mean, I love both High Priestesses, and I mean, I can go with both of them. I would just love, this is a new Hierophant. I would just have loved that those were kept at extra cards, no additional cards. Oh, just like, I love this deck so much. So unfortunately, these had more than a few problems. So Schiffer immediately, I think they pulled this pretty fast because everyone had issues with this deck. Like, you can see, like, I'm not even sure I shuffled, like riffle shuffled. I just did like the overhand shuffle. And you can see that the edging is not even holding up for that. Like, it's really bad. It was really bad. So they started pulling this, and they were like happy to send replacement copies. And oh, that's the sorry guys, going to reach out for these. There we go. So this was the second edition, which you can see has color pictures. No, the lovely Mary White, and it had some changes in the keywords, I believe. So that was pretty neat. I mean, big improvement, no, with the color pictures. So lovely. So yeah. So immediately she first started to pull back now. And you can see the first edition, second edition, which clearly states so. And you had like a Schiffer here, which is not showing up there. Pretty much look the same. No, like, well, actually the first edition looks thicker, but that is just maybe like the quality of the paper. There we go. In any case, Schiffer was, I mean, I think they were pretty fast to recognize their mistake, and they immediately start sending, well, if you reach out to them, they were happy to send, so they pulled, no, they stopped sending those damage decks, And they did another one, and they were happy to send replacements if you ask for it, free of cost. So this is what this is, and you can see it's still sealed with the plastic wrap. And you will think, well, why haven't you opened it if you asked for a replacement? I actually haven't, because while I was waiting for the replacement, Mary White has an Etsy shop. So I saw that she still had signed copies. And I was like, oh my god, yes, please. I would so love a signed copy. So this is what this is, the second edition, and this is signed by Mary White. So that's why I end up with 3 copies of the second edition. Dun, 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 dun. And I already showed this on camera, but you can see. No, it's addressed to me. I included my full name because my full name is important to me. In Mexico, we have 2 last names now for mom and dad. So that was really an important part of my heritage, recognizing both last names. So this is like, I'm like, oh yes. And this, you can see, they changed the insert. I think I had the other insert somewhere, but it was really bad, guys, like really bad. Like the cards they were like all over the place because they didn't have like this separation. And they just had a band that completely didn't hold them together. So you can see they also changed the band, because they also had bands for the first edition. But they changed the band and they plastic wrapped them, so they are like better. And then you can see here, this is silver edge. So we went through no edging, to gold edging, to black edging, poorly done, to silver edging. I'm actually if you only give me silver or gold, I'll rather choose silver. So you can see the difference in edging there. Let me refocus. There we go. Now silver and black. And they should pretty much be, yeah, sorry. They are, as you can see, pretty much the same height. And here we have the full, and somewhere here is the full, but we can see it's pretty much the same. Sorry, this is like already shuffled. For example, the Magician. So of course I ended up with way too many copies of this beautiful deck, and I do love it, and I will definitely keep. Let me change this again a little bit so you can see better. There we go. Oops, not really. Hold one sec. There we go. Okay. So I'm definitely keeping a copy of the second edition and 1 copy of the first edition, but I don't need 5 copies. So I'm actually putting 3 for sale. Now, I don't know what would be more precious, if a first edition, the golden edging, like untrimmed, untouched, or a first edition, no edging, untrimmed, untouched, or like not modified, because of course I have shuffled it and played with it. And I have the box, and I have the book, so it's good there. Definitely good there. So we can see those books and the cards. I love this Magician, guys. I just love this deck. That's why I ended up with 5 copies. But I'm putting 3 for sale. And of course, of the second edition, I'm gonna keep the signed book. And I'm just... Now I don't know if I actually... See, this is why I could never do a top 5 or top 10 or top anything. Despite this edging being so bad, no, it's just like, it's really bad. But I don't know if anyone is gonna like this, because the edging is so bad that, like, is anyone gonna buy this? Maybe. And I'm just gonna keep, the one that was corrected. I guess. We'll see. I mean, because, I mean, I would use it, but, I mean, the edging, maybe something could be done with it. Like, look at this. It was just really bad. And then, but, I mean, but some of the cards have that damage, especially in the backs. Like, look at this one. Like, that one was really bad, no? And, like, the corners is just... like, you can tell the cards apart immediately. So that's really sad. And definitely not helpful for a reading. Such a shame. Know that... because I would really love a black edging. Which actually, whatever copy I'm keeping, I'm thinking I will actually trim it. Finally. And do a black edging or a red edging. Or a black and red? I don't know. We'll see. Or maybe. I keep saying that because I would love to modify a deck. And I need to confess every time I haven't modified any deck despite my best desires to do so. So that's what we have on the docket. Let me know if you have any interest to get one of these. As you can see, the second edition has been corrected. No, this is the one she first sent, which should have these silver ones. I don't want to open it because I think some people prefer, you know, to be brand new sealed. So that's why I'm keeping it this way. So if you're interested, no, in this edition or in the damage edition, some people are collectors. So there might be some interest, no, for because this could actually be a collector's item because not many of these were actually out there. Like maybe only the people who pre-ordered and then they start seeing all these issues and they stopped, like they stopped it, no, until they could correct and send this one instead. So, I mean, if you're interested, no, in the black edging faulty one, just for collecting purposes, let me know. And if you are interested, no, in the first edition, either no edging or gold edging, let me know. This has been my Mary L. Madness. And with that, guys, I say bye. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for the next one. It's gonna be a creepy one. Okay, bye, lovelies. Take care. And bring magic into everything you do in your life. Blessings. Ciao.